Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed, yes, to another edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today, 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's Anidjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Now, to recap Championship Sunday from the other side of the spectrum, and I say that in the highest regard, because everyone can't believe the Patriots won. We have to talk to the man who actually loves the Patriots, the only Patriots fan I know, my great friend TJ McMahan, who's rocking the hat, the shirt, and he's going to the Super Bowl. TJ, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Mark. I mean, had a pretty good day yesterday. So, it's been a long time. I mean, we struggled for that Super Bowl drought, but it's good to be back, and it's neat for my son to be a part of it this time. So we're ready for it, man.
You are the luckiest team on the planet for winning that game yesterday. All right. You beat the Chargers because I think the Chargers are a complete fraud with Justin Herbert. The Texans, I don't even know what the hell was going on, but you won that game. Yesterday, I blame Sean Payton. He is the dumbest coach for what happened yesterday. And I give all the credit to Mike Vrabel. He said, look, we're not going to turn the ball over. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're going to play Patriots football in the snowstorm. They got it done. I want your perspective. How did your Patriots survive win 10-7 yesterday?
I mean, defense. We've all talked about Drake May, MVP candidate, Drake May. And I think he's a stud. I think this is not going to be his first and only Super Bowl. I think we'll be back. But defense, I mean, they stepped up. Yes, Stidham's the backup quarterback, but we saw in the first part of the game, he did well. But the defense stepped up. And, you can blame Sean Payton for not taking the points there, but you can also blame the refs for not allowing us to pick that up, for Ellis to pick that up and score. So you can woulda, coulda, shoulda, the whole thing. Our defense was lights out. We got the big interception when we needed it to shut that game, turn that game over. And then, Vrabel just, when it started to snow, Vrabel knew what was going to happen. You hold on to the football, you get as far forward as you can, and you just punt the ball and you play field position. And neither team was going to score. The ball was going to stay in the middle of the field. It wasn't going to be a lights out game.
All right. You know why not taking or even trying to go up 10-0? You know why it's such a big play? It's such a big defensive stop for that defensive unit. It kind of woke you guys up as well. Like you were kind of like, not in, hey, now let's go. Let's play football. If you at least attempt the field goal, even if you miss it, all right, hey, at least we're moving the ball. Our kicker, right? I think you had to try to go up 10-0, but then it just woke up the Patriots. Did you feel that when you stopped them on fourth down?
It's funny you say that because I felt the same way. So I'm sitting here with a good buddy of mine, and I'm like, I'm saying, like, I don't like this call. They should take the points because here's the thing. If we stop them, 100%, the momentum completely changes. At that point, they were moving the ball. We weren't. Drake May, I mean, I think we were 3 and out twice in a row. We weren't even punting the ball well. I mean, we didn't have anything going for us except for the defense. But I told my buddy, I said, like, I think they're making a mistake. I'd take the points because if we stop them here, momentum is going to completely change. And it did. Yeah. It did. And the thing is, I think too many times, too many coaches, it started with the Lions, but now you're seeing it. Way too many teams are going for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, the tush push, all this crap. I think it just goes back to, like, if you're short on 4th down, you kick the ball, whether it's a field goal or a punt. I think way too many teams are going for it. And I think momentum, like, you can say all these stats and everything, but momentum doesn't go in those stats. Momentum doesn't go in those numbers. Momentum doesn't go with how loud and raucous the crowd is. You have to take those into perspective as well.
So here's the adjustments. So they come out with Stidham, they score the touchdown, and then that drive as well, they're going down the field. But you'd think after a while, the Patriots defense would figure out Stidham. This guy's not any good. He has no experience this season. You told me this on the phone earlier. Why didn't you play him during the regular season? Give him some reps. You knew that the Patriots are going to figure him out. And this is my other thing. I want your thoughts on this. Why does no one know a snowstorm is coming? No one on Denver? No one? Not one meteorologist calls up the coaching staff. Hey, there's a horrible snowstorm. Take the points now. And then you're right. The fumble by Stidham was so bad that it's like, just take the sack. Don't turn the ball over. And the referees, TJ, they're so stupid. So on the play, you pick it up, you run for a touchdown. On the call, they go, oh, incomplete pass. Then they go to replay and they go, oh, no, it's a fumble, but we're calling it down right there. What? What was your thoughts when that play happened?
Well, so when it happened, and I know they all do it. It started with Mahomes. Stafford does it a ton. This little underhand thing. I don't like it. I think it's kind of cheating. I know that if you're behind the line of scrimmage, you can do it forward, whatever. But the whole thing, I'm like, oh, I hate that rule. And then I'm watching it. And again, a good friend of mine's like, that went backwards. He stands up. That went backwards. And I'm like, wait, it did. And then they replay it. And you can't blow the whistle there. Like, let the play go. And then, I mean, there was nobody anywhere near him. That's a stupid score. He could have crawled in the end zone. And the thing is that Stidham was trying to do too much. He's been thrown in this situation. But like we said earlier, you've played a long season and you've won 13 games. There should have been a time in the schedule where he gets some snaps, where he gets to go out there and play football. He didn't throw a pass all year long. Like, how do you expect a guy to go out there and win an AC championship game against a good defense in bad weather, and you literally haven't thrown the ball in 2 years?
Here's what it is. If I would have told Broncos fans and you as a Patriots fan, the Patriots are only going to score 10 points, you're thinking, oh, the Broncos are going to win. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Oh yeah, Broncos are going to win this game. What? It's so crazy. And okay, here's the game. In the fourth quarter, your punter, no one even knows where the ball went. The referees, Tony Romo, you and me, no one knows where the ball is. So they give it to the Broncos at the Patriots 32-yard line. Okay. And I get the winds are crazy. It's snowing sideways. Just run it up the middle. Just whatever you do, just run. And then they called the stupidest plays I've ever seen, where it's like some slow developing wide receiver screen. And then like some terrible, they didn't even utilize RJ Harvey correctly, who's a stud from UCF. And then third down, this, Stidham scrambles for 7 yards. You're like, why did you? This is why Vrabel, he's coach of the year. He has no offense. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to let Drake May run the ball. And that was the difference. That was the game. That was it.
Well, it's funny. Obviously, I've been glued to, last night I was up till 1 a.m. reading stuff and, doing it today. The Drake May run, that was Drake May.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a halfback draw. And he saw what they were doing every time. And he's like, he called his number and he did it. And that's, that's what you got to do. And the thing too is, running it up the middle. I think what the Broncos were afraid of is they have amazing running backs, but they're not the biggest, right? And I think you're afraid it's freezing cold, it's super snowy and wet. I think they're afraid if you run it straight up the middle and everyone knows you're going to do it, there's a chance that ball pops out, right? Your hands are cold, it's wet. There's big bodies in there, and there's big bodies that know to swipe for the ball. So I think he was trying to avoid that from happening, but still, you got to come up with something to at least give him a chance.
I don't. That's what I understand. Okay, you're a Super Bowl winning coach. You've been to multiple championship Sunday appearances. Like you've been in these situations. Where's the gimmick plays? Where's the wide receiver pass? Before the snowstorm? There was no urgency by the Broncos whatsoever. And honestly, dude, I want you to know this. That would have gone down as one of the great Bronco victories of all time. It might have been one of the number one greatest win. But you know what it is? You're smiling. That'll now go down as one of the great team victories by the New England Patriots, where you only scored 10 points in a snowstorm and you're going to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. It's not 28-3. It's not, the Tuck Rule game. It's not. But the fact you guys won that game, that is a team victory. And you guys are going to the Super Bowl. That's what it is.
I agree. And I really like that Vrabel has them all just it's like the Patriot way that was ingrained in Vrabel, Bill Belichick Patriot way. And he's doing it. He's not saying it. He's not saying it's the Patriot way, but he's doing the same thing. This team is bought in. They're there for each other. Like you got Stephon Diggs, who's always been a me guy. He's the biggest team guy. He's the best guy in our locker room for the wide receiver room. You got guys like Ellis and Barmore and Spillane. Like these guys they're not huge names. They're not huge free agents, but they're out there. They're doing their job. They're getting it done, and they're leading by example. It's almost like they hit reboot on the Patriot dynasty, and they're doing it again. They got a really good quarterback, and they got a piece here and there, but they're just doing it with average guys that do their job, and it's working.
I want to say this on record. I'm going to quote you. So I talked to you, I think, right before the playoffs start, and you were just so excited because last year you were a terrible team with it. Like I'm sorry, and that's fine. Like it's fair. You won what 4 games, all right? So and your expectations, you're like, wow, we made the playoffs. And you were on the phone with me breaking down. All right, in the offseason, we got to upgrade this, and this. So your brain is not even thinking like, oh, we're going to go on a run right now. Like I feel like you're with house money. We're in the Super Bowl and we could go steal another Super Bowl championship. Like I don't even think you have a full offense yet. And you are at this point. So you got to be excited for the game and the future of your team.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I love Will Campbell. He's a great Patriot. Like just the stuff he says, like he'll die for Drake May on the draft day. I mean, it's awesome, but he's young, right? We need to bump up our offensive line a little bit, help Drake May a little bit. But you're right. I was already looking forward to. We made the playoffs. We made the next step. We'll get to the Super Bowl in a year or two, and now we're here. And I'm looking. We're open up. I think we're 4.5-point dogs in the Super Bowl, right? Okay. The last team that was like bigger than 4.5-point dogs that won the Super Bowl?
Patriots.
So I'm not even that's the least thing. I think, I was listening to a lot of people today. The thing, and I think I told you this too, I think the best thing the Patriots have going for them this week is they have a coach that's been there before. They have an offensive coordinator that's been there before. They have a defensive coordinator that's been there before. So all these media day obligations and all these travel arrangements and all these, oh, my cousin Johnny wants tickets and blah, blah, all that stuff, they've been there before. They know how to make that work. They know how to get it done quickly off their mind, and let's focus on football. Because you've heard it a million times from players with this 2 weeks off, a lot of that stuff gets distracting, right? So when you have an entire coaching staff that's been there and a few players that have been there, that's a huge help. And I think we can really, I don't think we're 4.5-point favorites. I think this is a coin flip. I think a kick's going to win this game. We both have good kickers. We'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be a good game. Drake May has not played well in the playoffs. I mean, let's be real here. I love the guy. No. He's not played well in the playoffs. But his problem was losing the ball. And yesterday, he held on to the ball in like the worst conditions possible. So he's getting better. He didn't throw the ball well, which was weird because he throws a really nice ball. So hopefully we can clean that up. The weather will be good in San Francisco, and we're going to have a good game. I have no idea who's going to win. Obviously, I'm going to be cocky and say we are, but I think it's going to be a coin flip, and I think it's going to be a field goal, and we'll see what happens.
I love you're up till 1:00 in the morning. I understand. I'm there. That's what happens to me as well. Like you're like, I'm not going to bed, and you got to watch every single thing online. You got to read every article. I get you're texting, you're calling people. I get it. You're excited. All right. Marshawn Lynch should sign a 1-day contract. He should get the ball. I think he should and what was your joke that they shouldn't give him the ball? What's your scenario to troll Marshawn Lynch? If you're doing
so I think they should, instead of like signing him to like a 1-day contract, they should be limited to, it's a 1 carry contract. You get 1 carry and you can, it's like, you can do it when you think you can do it. You get 1 shot at this. And, but then again, I don't really want him to, because,
does he score? All right. Do you think he could score? at his age. 1 yard. He needs 1 yard with that O-line. No.
I don't think so.
No.
But I mean, I'll never forget watching that game and just being so frustrated that we played well, and then the defense had always given Brady a chance. Like with the defense had always given Brady a chance. And I felt like that game, here they are on the 1 yard line, and Brady's not going to get the ball, and he's not going to get that chance. And I'm pacing behind my couch. You've been in my old house living room. I'm pacing behind my couch. And I was just like Brady when he picked that off, when Malcolm Butler stepped up. I mean, I was literally jumping up and down like a fifth grader, like with my hands in the air, like, oh my God. You'll never beat that. I mean, that's the cool thing is the Patriots, not only they won Super Bowls, but they had some pretty cool moments, like with that play and then beating the Rams and then 28-3. They've had some pretty amazing moments along the way as well.
All right. Do you guys go like the Miami Hurricanes where all the former players, like it's Brady on the sideline? Does Belichick show up with his girlfriend? What happens for this game exactly?
So that was my one thought, right? So Belichick, he's at Cocoa High School and everything. He's busy, but maybe he comes in and just does like a Patriot way, like hype talk for them. Now, Brady can't be on the sideline because he's an owner of another team.
So crazy.
So, but do I think that our sideline will be nuts with some people with multiple rings? You're dang right, because everyone loves Vrabel. Everyone loves the Pats. Every former Patriot loves the Pats. So Gronk will be there, obviously, but I mean, I think you'll see Edelman will be there, Amendola will be there, Brewski will be there, obviously, because he's on TV. But you're gonna have a ton of Patriots at the game, and you're gonna have those guys. Marshawn Lynch will be there. I'm sure Richard Sherman will be there. I'm sure all those guys will be there too. It's gonna be nuts. That's the thing when you have two teams that have been there for a while. But it's
I can't. You know what I love about football? If you would have told me in July, TJ, oh yeah, it'd be Patriots Seahawks. What? What are you talking about? That's what makes it so great. You're so excited. You're ready to drop that mic and go for the 7th championship. You are 12th appearance. And remember, there are teams that have never made it before. 12th appearance. And you've it's like your Celtics. Here's another batch. All right, we're going back with a new team. Here we go.
The cool thing about this is I think with Brady, you almost had two different batches, right? Like you had the early years and then you had the second group. Like you had, a lot of just brute defense. And then the second half, I think he had some offense with Brady. Like he had kind of come, but this group I don't think there's any guys that played before, so it's gonna be fun. I think honestly, for Drake May and Campbell and some of these guys, these young guys, they don't know any better. Like they're like, oh, I'm gonna get here again. Like, who cares? Let's just go have fun. Let's go play in the Super Bowl. Yay! Like they're gonna go out there and they're gonna ball, and it's gonna be. I mean, the other thing I forgot to say this about Belichick. The last time Darnold played against us, I think I told you this.
The ghost game.
He was seeing ghosts. So maybe Belichick comes and teaches Vrabel how to make him see ghosts a little bit. I don't know. Maybe if I had a ticket to this game, I would have the biggest sign with a ghost on it. I would be chanting. It'd be nuts. So it's gonna be a good game. It's 2 weeks out. It's tough. I hate these 2 weeks because it's like let's just get there. But it's California. It'll be pretty good weather. Let's do it.
Let me tell you something. Sam Darnold was fantastic yesterday. He was the difference. And I loved where games on the line, they have the ball, they're up 4, and he made plays. Like, it wasn't a joke. Like, he is legit. Imagine being a Minnesota Vikings fan where, hey, we had him. He won 14 games, and now you let him walk.
I could never figure that out. Like, I always thought, like, okay, I just remembered him from the Jets, right? But then last year, and I mean, this, my son plays sports nonstop, so I don't get to watch as much football as I used to. So I'm like, when did Darnold get good? And he's 14-3 with the Minnesota Vikings. And then I'm reading they're getting rid of him for JJ McCarthy, and I'm like, what are they?
I know.
What are they doing? But he was the difference yesterday. But I will say this: going into the game, I'm like, I'd rather play the Seahawks because they don't have Puka Nakua and they don't have Devontae Adams, and Stafford's not gonna be able to run away. So we have a better chance of getting some sacks in this game. And then I watched JSN play, and I watched Walker play, and and I'm like, holy crap! I mean, JSN could not be stopped. Like, you cannot play him in his zone defense because he finds that cushion. He's an Edelman but faster, and he finds that cushion and he makes you pay. And then Walker was just, I mean, he was phenomenal. So they're good. I mean, this will be the best team. Obviously, it's the Super Bowl, but it's not like years past where you face better teams to get there. This will be the best team we've played. We're going to have to figure out how to stop those guys. Obviously, it'll be Gonzalez versus Smith, but they have Cooper Kupp too, so
they could score. They could look the last 2 games against the Rams at home. So they scored 31 yesterday, and then that crazy Thursday night game, they won 39-38. They could put points in this, so it's gonna be fascinating. It is. You did it again, yes, OB. So I want you to know, you did it again. You did it. You did, like, imagine. I'm telling you this. I want you to know this. My dad has said this for 5 years. The Patriots have dominated the AFC East for 20 straight years. Then Brady goes away. Belichick goes away. Now, if you're the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, you're like, okay, here's your opportunity. Now you could dominate. No. That's why Josh Allen was crying horribly last week. Just crying, because that was his best chance. And now you're back to start another dynasty.
Well, it was supposed to be Patriots Bears. We talked about this. Like, we were supposed to be, having cocktails watching the Super Bowl together. But obviously that didn't happen. But the thing is that we reloaded, but that's the funny thing is we dominated the AFC East for a long time and they were bad, right? It was a bad division.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, going into in preseason, we were picked, I think, 3rd in the division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the Bills are a good team, and we split with them. The weird thing is we won in Buffalo and they won in New England, which is, one of those things that I'll never understand. But the AFC is no longer the easiest division, I don't think. The Bills are in it, the Patriots are in it. It's a solid division. AFC's tough. I mean, it helped that, the Chiefs weren't any good this year. I don't feel bad for them at all. Is it bad that you had some of the Ravens are kind of trying to figure it out? But now you got Drake May coming up, and you got some young quarterbacks like CJ Stroud coming up. The Texans are going to be good again next year. I mean, they're not going down. So the one thing I want to say before we get is, like, the most impressive thing to me about this Patriots team is our defense has played really, really well. And they have won us the games. We've scored enough points to win, but the defense has really stopped some, But the thing is, you can talk about our strength of schedule all you want and say, oh, they had the easiest path. But the easiest path, because Bo Nix was hurt and the offensive line for the Chargers is bad. I don't give a crap. We beat the number 1, the number 3, and the number 5 defenses in the playoffs 3 games in a row. In the NFL, the 1, 3, and 5 defenses. That's the resume. That's all I need.
You won. You play to win the game, as Herm Edwards says. This isn't the stupid college football playoff. Hey, this is what you got. They gave you this, and you won. And you're going back to the Super Bowl. I love you. I'm taking Seattle. Okay. That's my pick. I'm sorry to tell that. Okay.
I almost changed shirts. This was actually on. I didn't put this on for you. I have a different Patriots shirt for every day for the next 2 weeks. But I almost threw on the "they hate us because they ain't us" shirt because of what you said last night. All these people are going to pick the Seahawks. All for the next 2 weeks is all I'm going to hear. Oh, New England's a joke. They're keep talking. Keep running your mouth.
This comes out. All right. This comes out to this is generic to say. Comes down to the 2 quarterbacks. Drake May has got to play out of his mind in this game. You cannot keep, no. He's got to have a big game, and turnovers will be key, and Darnold's got to play well against your defense. That's going to be the key in this football game. It is. So it's the 2 quarterbacks, and we'll see. And look, I will end with this, and you could disagree with me. I'm still taking Caleb Williams at number 1. I don't care. I think May went to the right team, and I think Caleb Williams went to the right team. I really do.
We've had that discussion. I think you're right. But the one thing I'll say, the Patriots defense has 10 takeaways in the playoffs.
Yeah, and my team got no takeaways. And that was
if we can continue that trend into the Super Bowl and get a turnover or two.
Yeah, you're right. Look, whoever gets any turnovers is going to win this game because Seattle barely turns it over. So we'll find out. TJ, all right, we're going to get you on again before the game. All right, we're going to do that. But I had to get you on today. My man, thanks for your help. I hope you post every day your different Patriot shirt. That's what you should do. Every day, just keep posting the shirts.
So I might do it. I have enough.
Congratulations. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Always a pleasure, Mark. Take care.